Hi everyone, my name is Santosh. In this video, I'm going to explain about calculation procedure. In Velocity, we have a component called calculation procedure. In this component, suppose if we pass any JSON to this component, it will calculate based on our configuration, and it will return the output from the calculation procedure. In the calculation procedure, we have multiple uh, we can also define multiple variables and also some calculation steps. Let's see how to do that in the Salesforce org. Now, we can navigate to the calculation procedure by clicking here. And once we land on this list view page, then we can click on this new button. Here we can create the calculation procedure. Calculation procedure will contain a name. Let's say I'm giving demo cal calculation procedure. Then I will click on save. Now calculation procedure has saved. Once this calculation procedure record saved, that related calculation procedure version will be created automatically. First version will be created automatically. If we go to the related list, here we can see calculation procedure version. If we open this first calculation procedure, we'll be having related details, procedure and simulation tabs. In some of the org, there might not procedure and simulation org. I will tell you how to create this procedure and simulation tabs for the uh, org which doesn't have this, because some in the scratch org this will not be there. Let me show you how to create that as well. And once you create this calculation procedure, version will be created automatically. First version will be created automatically. Here you can provide the dates. As I told in my previous video, this date range should be in sync with calculation matrix. If we call it, should be in sync with calculation matrix, and that should be enabled. Once these are the detail setting. Coming to the procedure, see in the procedure, we can see multiple calculations here. Hmm. Yes, these are the variables we can here. We have some sections here. See, the first section is variable and constant. In this section, we are going to introduce, implement or create a variables to uh, accept some values in this variable and constant. And the next one is processor class name. Here we can call the uh, Apex class, and this also requires some interface. We need to implement some interfaces. By this we can call the Apex class from this class. And the next one is calculation steps. Here we are going to calculate whatever we need. We can call, uh, suppose if I click new, we can call calculation matrix, or we can look up this is we can do calculation or matrix lookup. We can do either of them in this section. Now, if I go to this is aggregation step. This will also a calculation thing, and this is an optional, uh, optional section. Right? Post processor. This is pre-processor class, and this is post processor. Once everything is done, this will be executed. Once you have configured this all things, if you click on save calculation procedure, then this will be saved. And coming to the simulation tab, here we will be having simulation tab. It will simulation in the sense, as I told in the product, simulation will be used to test the test the that particular component. Here simulation is under uh, calculation procedure. So this in this tab we can test the calculation procedure. Now let me tell you how to create this calculation procedure, this procedure and simulation tabs. Once if we go to the setup, then if we click on this edit page, then we will be landing on the builder, lightning builder. See, we have landed on the lightning builder. Here will be, if there is no tab, just click on this tab panel, and here you can add tab. Then uh, it will be added by default as detail. Then you can search. Maybe procedure will not be there. We need to add custom, and we need to add procedure here. Then this tab will be created. Once the procedure tab created, We need to search here Visual Force page. From here, we need to drag and drop this Visual Force page. Visual Force page is a common component, and we need to specify what type of Visual Force we need. For that, we need to we need to select pricing calculation configuration as a Visual Force page name, and this will decide the height of this component. So here we can see uh, page has loaded, Visual Force has loaded. Now, in the same way, simulation also, we need to add this tab and also drag and drop this Visual Force. And for this, the Visual Force page is different. Price procedure simulation. This is if we call this Visual Force page, then the view will be like this. Once this everything is done, if you click on save, this will be saved. Now I'm going back. I am not changing anything since I have all the things, all the required things. Now, what I'll do, I will call this calculation matrix. Yesterday, like in the previous video, we have created this. That will be called. We can call from this calculation procedure. This is the just to recap. This is the velocity calculation matrix. I have created this in the previous video, and here you can see the uh, version one. Here I have added some table. Based on this table, the output will be there. And I will configure this detail page first. Sorry, this is we'll configure first uh, version calculation procedure version. I'll be selecting this from um, October 1st to, and the end date I'm giving it as 2027 6. And version number one, I will be enabling this. No, I will not enable now. Once configuration is done, I will be enabling this. Now just I will be saving this. Once this got saved, I will go to the here procedure. In the procedure, we'll try to add calculation, try to call this calculation matrix. Let's see how to call. Suppose calculation matrix I'm adding, then we need to search for see when I start typing this name. When I start typing this name, it shows suggestion. It will show suggestion only when it will be enabled. Only when this will be enabled, and this date range should be uh, fall under this thing, this date, these dates. If it is suppose this is started as 10/1/2023. This is in 10/29. That means it is after this, after calculation procedures is the first date, then this date. So it and this is also 12/4/2025, and the end date here is 1/6/2028. That means it is extremely inside this uh, calculation matrix. Is the scope of the calculation matrix according to the date is it is correct. So it is as per the calculation procedure what we have given. That is the reason it is coming as a suggestion. Once I select this, I will be getting this. If I want, see, once I have called this one, it will automatically come the input and output from this calculation procedure. If we see this, what are the inputs? Input is input one, or this input data. This is input data, and this is output data. Here is the like partition for input and output. If you see, this is input one, this is input two, and output. Let's say if I give one as a first input one, I have given one, input two, I have given two. Then what is my output for 1 and 2 combination? It will give 3. Suppose if I pass input 1 as 2, input 1 as 2, input 2 as 3, it will give 5. That is how the calculation matrix will work. Now, as soon as I select this, this will be coming. And if I click on this, include the calculation output. Suppose this calculation matrix procedure will be called from any other integration procedure, and I want I want this value to present in the output of the calculation procedure, then I will be checking this. I'll repeat again. If I need this output value to any called component, then I will be checking this so that this output value will be coming in the whatever the component is called this integration procedure. Now, Uh, and also this step we can call conditionally. Let's say input one is input one not equal to or input one is greater than one, like this. We can add this like this. If it is greater than one only, I need to execute this step, otherwise I don't want. Like this we can add conditional step. It is similarly what we will do in the omni scripts. We will show some element based on condition. Similarly that way this will calculate based on this condition only. Then here also we have a capability to, if we click on this, then that related calculation matrix will be opened here. Now, once we have done this, just we have selected this calculation method from calculation step section. Once we have done, then automatically all the variables coming will be populate here. Input one is from procedure, input two is from procedure, and this is the in output path, output one. This output will be, it is telling like calculation procedure name underscore underscore uh, variable name it will have. Then it will be stored in the output. As you told, it will be stored in the this output variable. Now if we click on this save, now this calculation procedure uh, will be saved. The steps and all will be saved. Once it is saved, we'll get a confirmation like it is saved. Then uh, if we go to the simulation here, let's. Okay, here it got. See, first it will ask. This is like as I told, it is simulation is a kind of testing the integration procedure. Now we'll check if we pass some variables from here, it should return whatever the output specified in this table. Input one is this, input two is this. Now I will be selecting the date. Now date should be selected. By default, it is 10 1 2023. Let's say I will be selecting December 12. Let's see, I'm selecting December 12, 2023. That means this will satisfy this one. See, this is starts from 10 2023 to 1 2028, and this calculation procedure is also falls under whatever the effective date I have selected. So mm, this effective date plays a crucial role. Suppose if we choose out of the scope effective date, then there will not be output. Use dates only. You can check, and input I'm giving first time I will be giving input one as two, input two as three, input one as two, input two as three. Now if I click on simulate all step, then we will get the result. Once it simulate, it will call the that particular this integration, this calculation matrix, and it will give the 5 as a output. See, output output from this matrix is 5. We will also get as I include, I need to include that output value in the here. Include output value in the calculation procedure output. We have checked the checkbox. That is the reason we are getting output as a 5. Now, now we'll try to give the other values. This is other 1 and 2. Input 1 is 1, input 2 is 2. Input 1 is 1, input 2 is 2. Now, if we click on simulate all steps, now it will give as 3, which is correct according to the matrix we have created. This is a part of our simulation matrix simulation procedure simulation, and suppose this as I told, this effective date plays a crucial role. Now if I select this effective date as some other day, mm, let's say it is not allowing me to choose the other day. It is 2023 10. It is showing us only till, when I select this one, chart is 10 one I have told to other. Before that I'm unable to select the date, since the scope of this effective date is not in the range. That is the reason it is not able to select. Now, this is how the effective date plays a crucial role in the calculation matrix, calculation procedure, and also product simulation. Once we have done this calculation, once we have saved and if it is working fine, then we can come here and uh, we can enable this one.